Hello, everyone. I'm Emily Carter. Today, we're going to discuss a private topic in the clinic that many people want to ask but are often too embarrassed to broach. Have you ever encountered this awkward situation? During intimacy with your partner or your own climax, you feel the urge to achieve it. That familiar feeling of joy so intense, you might even have reached the finish line. And then, wow, not a single drop of energy comes out. The first time you experience this, your heart skips a beat and countless thoughts flash through your mind. Am I getting old? This is no good. Is something wrong with my body? Could it be something bad or even a sign of cancer? Don't let yourself get scared. Emily Carter wants to tell you, you're definitely not alone in this situation. Take a deep breath and relax. This really isn't the end of the world. In fact, this phenomenon of feeling orgasmic but not ejaculating is medically known as a dry orgasm. According to local research in Taiwan, nearly 1 in 3 men over 60 has experienced this. In recent years, the medical community has devoted increasing attention and research to the changes in sexual function among mature men. For the past decade or so, as a physician, I have served on the front lines of medical practice, accompanying countless older men and women, listening to their concerns and helping them find practical solutions. Today, I would like to share my accumulated experience over the years, especially the safest methods you can perform at home. When semen no longer ejaculates smoothly, what are our options? And what can we do to better care for our physical and mental health? Please remember, the absence of semen does not necessarily mean the end of the joys of sexual life. On the contrary, it may be an opportunity to explore new ways of enjoying sex that are more suitable for your current physical condition. If you can patiently watch today's video, I guarantee you'll learn how to experience satisfying pleasure even without ejaculation, and how to maintain your social line, also known as the prostate, and overall sexual health through daily habits. These are practical insights that can truly improve your quality of life. Why does ejaculation become increasingly difficult with age? What invisible changes are occurring in our bodies? This can't be fully explained with a simple, we're getting older. It's actually the result of a complex series of internal changes. Men, as we age, our bodies undergo many changes that aren't visible on the outside. For example, you might notice a decrease in semen volume or a less intense orgasm than in your youth. These aren't unique concerns to you. They're common changes experienced by most men, and they're a natural process for everyone. First, we need to focus on 2 important organs: the sperm line, prostate, and the spermatic vesicles. You can think of these 2 organs as our body's ammunition factory and conveyor belt, responsible for producing and transporting the majority of the fluid in semen. However, after age 60, the efficiency of this factory and the speed of the conveyor belt naturally begin to slow. As a result, you may notice a noticeable decrease in semen volume, or even a complete loss of it. Next, there's the influence of our male hormone, testosterone. It's like the spark that ignites our sexual desire. This hormone plays a crucial role in regulating our libido, the intensity of our sexual response, and the timing of semen ejaculation. With aging, its production naturally decreases, and our level of sexual arousal and the intensity of our orgasms may also be compromised. Another point, often overlooked but incredibly important, is blood circulation. With aging, our blood vessels may become less elastic, and blood circulation often becomes less smooth. It's like having decades-old plumbing in your home. If the water pressure isn't high enough, the water flow slows down. When blood circulation around our penis and pelvic region is weak, the peripheral nerves there may not be fully activated. This makes it harder to trigger the reflex action that triggers semen ejaculation. According to a 2021 study published by the Urology Department of a university hospital in Taiwan, approximately 38%, or nearly 40%, of men in their 60s hadn't ejaculated at all in the previous year. This isn't just a sign of decreased sexual function. It can be seen as a subtle signal from within the body. A message, perhaps, "Hey master, it's time to take care of me." If this condition persists and we leave it untreated, what potential risks might it pose? If semen loss occurs frequently, we can't just dismiss it as just old age. Not only does it affect sexual pleasure, it can also have invisible effects on our internal organs. Think of it this way. The discharge of semen isn't just the final step in sexual intercourse. It also serves a crucial cleansing function, clearing out old sperm and other cellular waste products from the body. This process is a bit like taking out the trash every day. If trash is left sitting around the house, won't it start to smell and grow mold over time? The same is true for our bodies. If this cleansing process isn't functioning properly, these waste products can easily accumulate in our prostate or seminal vesicles. Over time, this can increase the risk of chronic inflammation or prostate-related diseases. In fact, the Taiwan Urological Association has published a report stating that older men with very low semen discharge are indeed more likely to suffer from impaired ejaculatory function than the average person. Another important, yet often overlooked, impact is the psychological impact. When sexual needs aren't properly met, psychological satisfaction decreases. It's like having a pent-up anger that can't be released. Over time, this can lead to insomnia, a feeling of laziness, and a lack of motivation, all these emotional distresses. Furthermore, if semen hasn't been released for a long time, some people might think, since I can't ejaculate anyway, I might as well just give up on it altogether, even avoiding me. This, in turn, can cause our pelvic floor muscles and the nerves associated with sexual function to gradually become dull or even atrophy due to long-term disuse. Here, I must emphasize one important point. Just because semen isn't released anymore doesn't mean it will never happen again. The most important thing is to accurately understand your body's current condition and choose a natural, unforced approach to rediscover the pleasure of sex. So, what habits might we be inadvertently developing that could exacerbate this problem? Next, I'd like to discuss many men may unknowingly repeat some dangerous patterns. Have you experienced this? Do you think semen won't come out anyway and treat it like a mere toilet break, a mere way to relieve stress and get the job done quickly? In fact, this unintentional habit is often the hidden culprit that further damages our sexual function. One common problem is overstimulation. With age, some people feel a decrease in sensitivity, so they subconsciously resort to stronger and more intense stimulation. The result? Gripping the penis tightly or rubbing it with a rapid, rough motion. This type of stimulation not only numbs the delicate sensory nerves in the penis from excessive wear and tear, over time, it can also cause our pelvic floor muscles to remain extremely tense, a negative impact on overall sexual function. Our pelvic floor muscles are the muscle group responsible for the crucial contraction at the moment of semen ejaculation. If this muscle is chronically over-tightened, like a stretched rubber band, it won't be able to properly relax and contract at the crucial moment, and the semen ejaculation reflex won't function properly. Adding to this, the impatience to finish quickly will only make the situation worse. The pleasure we experience during sex is often most intense when our bodies are most relaxed and stress-free. If you habitually rush through stimulation quickly, over time, your brain will become less sensitive to sexual arousal, and eventually, even the sensation of orgasm itself may become increasingly difficult to experience. In 2022, a symposium held by the Japanese Society of Geriatric Urology also concluded that the decline in the quality of masturbation in older adults is one of the factors that worsen sexual dysfunction. After hearing this, if you ever misused your strength out of impatience, or if you're looking to learn how to better connect with your body, please leave a 1 in the comment section below to let me know you're ready to make a change. Therefore, enjoying the process itself is far more important than pursuing the end result. Don't be caught up in the rush of time. Slow down, connect with your body, and focus on every subtle sensory stimulation. This is the most necessary and healthy way to have sex as we age. Next, I'll introduce several very specific, self-guided methods. These methods will allow you to experience full satisfaction even if you have difficulty ejaculating without putting any strain on your body. I'll introduce 3 masturbation methods that are easy and comfortable for your body. The first method is what we call the slow awakening technique. This method doesn't seek quick stimulation, but rather, like awakening a sleeping giant, slowly and gently awakens our senses. Before directly touching the penis, use your fingertips to gently and tenderly caress the inner thighs, the lower abdomen around the navel, and the perineum. Doing this can help us relax both physically and mentally, and gradually awaken those senses we normally neglect and dormant. This indirect, wide-ranging stimulation can slowly activate our nervous system. Even if semen is not ultimately released, the body can still experience full sexual satisfaction from the process. The key here is to enjoy the process of sensory awakening, rather than rushing to orgasm. The second method is to use abdominal breathing to relax our pelvic floor muscles. This method is very simple and highly effective. Before you prepare to orgasm, lie down and take about 10 deep breaths. As you inhale, feel your belly slowly expand like a balloon. As you exhale, focus on feeling the muscles in your abdomen and around your anus gently and thoroughly relax with the flow of air. This method naturally relieves the excessive tension that can hinder semen release. Many urologists highly recommend this method, and studies have shown it to be particularly effective for men over 60. The third method is called thermal stimulation therapy. After showering and relaxing, gently apply a warm towel, careful not to overheat, to the area between the anus and scrotum, the perineum. This method, while simple, is surprisingly effective. The warm stimulation increases blood circulation in this area and enhances nerve responsiveness. For those struggling with dry orgasms, this is a very natural and helpful way to restore sensuality. All 3 methods focus on reducing overstimulation, awakening the senses, and promoting complete relaxation. They are, arguably, more suited to the physical conditions and feelings of our more mature counterparts. Of course, simply changing the method of stimulation isn't enough. We also need to fundamentally maintain the health of our perineal line, prostate, and seminal vesicles. Next, I'll focus on some natural remedies that are easy to do at home and have been medically proven to be effective. In particular, many people are curious about perineal line massage. Indeed, some people have heard that massaging the sperm line can help restore sexual function. I would like to remind everyone here, while gentle stimulation may improve blood circulation and help eliminate waste products, the sperm line is a very delicate organ. If used incorrectly or with inappropriate pressure, it can easily cause inflammation or pain. Thus, I strongly advise against attempting this without the guidance of a professional physician or physical therapist. However, there are many natural remedies that are safer and easier to incorporate into daily life. One of these is pelvic stretches, which can promote pelvic circulation. The sperm line and seminal vesicles are both located deep within the pelvis. The flexibility and blood circulation of this area are directly related to their function. I recommend a simple exercise. Start by kneeling down and slowly bending your upper body forward, lying flat on the floor, performing a movement similar to the cat stretch, what we call a forward pelvic stretch. Just 3 minutes of this stretch daily can effectively improve blood circulation in the pelvis, gradually stabilizing the internal environment for semen production. This stretch not only helps with sexual function, but also relieves lower back pain and improves urination, making it a truly effective health habit. Another simple yet effective method is warm bath therapy. especially before bed. Prepare a bucket of warm water and soak your calves and feet below the knees. This is called a knee warm bath. This effectively improves overall blood circulation in the lower body. Studies have even shown that it improves oxygen flow to the satiety line. Alternatively, you can use a warm cushion or a heating pad, not too hot, while sitting on a chair to keep your pelvic area warm. This can also greatly help restore the satiety line and seminal vesicle function. To improve sexual function from the root, what we eat is absolutely crucial. Next, I'll introduce 3 of the most important nutrients, which are like super fuel for our bodies. The first and most important one is zinc. Zinc is a key mineral essential for semen production and also plays a vital role in maintaining the health of our ejaculatory line. Zinc deficiency not only leads to reduced semen volume, but can also cause decreased libido and hormonal imbalances. Older men, often due to changes in dietary habits and reduced meat and seafood intake, are more susceptible to zinc deficiency. To supplement zinc, my top recommendations include oysters and clams as seafood, beef as red meat, pumpkin seeds as nuts, and natto as a fermented food. Natto, in particular, is particularly effective when combined with chopped green onions and the yolk of a raw egg for improved zinc absorption and effectiveness. Another important nutrient is arginine. Arginine is a powerful amino acid that helps dilate blood vessels, improving blood circulation. When blood flow to our cervix and peripheral nerves improves, the nerves become more sensitive to stimulation, and the depth of orgasm increases. Foods rich in arginine are also common in our daily lives, such as chicken, tofu, and other soy products, brown rice, and walnuts. A balanced intake of these foods is very helpful for enhancing sexual satisfaction. The third one is vitamin E. Vitamin E is a well-known antioxidant vitamin that helps our cells slow down aging. But many people don't know that it also promotes the secretion of sex hormones and effectively slows the aging of the ejaculation line and seminal vesicles. Foods rich in vitamin E include avocados, almonds, sunflower seeds, and good olive oil. Make it a habit to prepare a breakfast salad drizzled with extra virgin olive oil, or to enjoy yogurt with a handful of almonds. These are all excellent choices. Next, let's discuss how to balance our hormones and naturally increase testosterone levels through lifestyle habits. The first and most important step is to get enough sleep. Did you know that approximately 70% of testosterone in our bodies is produced during sleep? If you don't get enough sleep or don't get enough deep sleep, your hormone production will be significantly reduced. Therefore, the most basic and effective way to maintain testosterone levels is to get a good night's sleep. You should ensure at least 6-7 hours of uninterrupted, deep sleep. If you have a habit of checking your phone before bed, eating late-night snacks, or having an irregular sleep schedule, consider adjusting these areas first. The second method is to use morning sunlight to activate your body's male mode. After waking up in the morning, take a walk outside and soak in sunlight for about 10-15 minutes. Sun exposure not only improves our mood, but also promotes the secretion of a substance called serotonin in our brains. At night, this serotonin is naturally converted into melatonin, which helps us fall asleep, creating a virtuous cycle. Third, moderate exercise is recommended. Lower body strength training, especially squats or brisk walking, can effectively improve blood circulation around the pelvis, directly contributing to improved sexual function. Moderate muscle stimulation also signals our brain to produce more hormones, inducing the body to naturally secrete testosterone. Finally, I'd like to discuss a deeper topic: how to use our brains to enhance the quality of pleasure. Please remember this crucial concept. Our most powerful sexual organ is actually our brain. A large part of orgasm and satisfaction comes not solely from physical friction, but from the workings of our brain and nervous system. At the moment of sexual arousal or orgasm, our brain releases happy hormones like oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin, which make us feel happy and blessed. These hormones are triggered not only by physical stimulation, but also through mental relaxation and a rich imagination. So, even if semen isn't released, as long as you know how to use your brain and nerves, you can still fully experience the depth and sensuality of sex. Close your eyes and slowly recall fond sexual memories or those warm, comforting moments of intimacy. Just thinking about these things can reignite the spark of sexual excitement in our brains. If you combine this with deep, slow breathing and allowing your body to completely relax, you'll discover that even the lightest touch can bring intense pleasure. As we age, the most important thing in sex isn't the result, but how deeply we can enrich the process. Slowly savor the touch of your fingertips, the rhythm of your breathing, the inner peace. These subtle sensations are the true key to guiding you toward new levels of sexual fulfillment. As we age, it can be easy to think, I'm old, so sex is over. But Emily Carter wants to tell you, the joy of sex is never determined by age, it's entirely determined by our attitude towards it. Over the past 20 years of my career, I've come to a very clear conclusion. Those who refuse to give up easily and are willing to learn new ways to connect with their bodies often experience deeper, more intense pleasure and happiness than in their youth. Sex is never about comparing yourself to others. Most importantly, we must find that unique sense of comfort and fulfillment deep within ourselves. Your body is the most precious companion in this world, accompanying you for most of your life. From now on, please treat it with even more tenderness and love. In this way, no matter your age, sex can always bring you full energy and vitality. Well, that concludes everything we've shared today. If today's content has inspired you in any way, please feel free to like my video and share it with those who may need it. Most importantly, be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell next to it so you don't miss out on any of my future professional health videos. You're also welcome to share your thoughts on this video in the comments section below. Thank you so much for sticking with me until now. See you next time.